guys, it's the Board Game Bully, and just thought I'd do a quick video today just to let you guys know that I went a little bit extra on Black Friday. You know, obviously coming out of what basically was a 2-year lockdown, didn't get to play any games. So Black Friday came along and I spent. So just figured I would show you what I bought, and also just to let you know, we will have a review of Azul Pavilion coming up. We will have a review of Blood Rage coming up, and we will have a review of the DC Deck Builder coming up, because we will be playing all of them tomorrow in Games Group. And I own them all, because it's my turn to bring games. So first up, I picked up Dune. That's the best way to... The ring light makes this hard. Ooh, you can't see, but I can do if I tilt it like that. Picked up Dune, the licensed version. So I know nothing about this game. Nothing in the slightest. But my licensed version of Spartacus is worth a lot of money now, so who knows? Maybe lightning will strike twice. Picked up Funkoverse, the Batman set. So we got Batman, Batgirl, Joker, Harley Quinn. Know nothing about this game, but it looks fun. It looks like something I could play with my partner. Probably not with my kid. Probably a little bit too old for my kid. And this one here, this is the only one I'm going to share the price. I picked this up, Nightmare Horror Adventures. I picked it up because it was like $12, and I was like, this game has to be horrible. Has to be. As I'm talking about these games, you'll notice I've got their Board Game Geek rating coming up on the screen. I haven't looked at this yet. I'm assuming it's like a 3. Yeah, this is the sort of game, if this game's not terrible, I'll be upset. I bought this thinking it would be terrible. If it's not terrible, I'll be sad. Okay, so now we got two big old boxes actually that just got delivered today from the online. Those we bought in a store. These ones we bought online. Let's have a look at what we got. We've got some plastic. Oh God, there's so much. Environment saved. So what's in this first box? This box, by the way, is this big. It has 4 games in it. I think it's probably more a weight issue than anything else. Now that I look, I'm like, do I have one of these games? Have I bought a second version of a game I already have? But no, I have not. So, first up, Wingspan. Figured if we're going to the World Series of Board Gaming, we should probably learn some of the games. So, hoping to get this one to the table a lot this year. Learn myself some Wingspan. I've heard great things. The theme doesn't really interest me, but competition. Now this one here, Everdell. We played this one a couple of weeks back, and I almost immediately started looking for it online. This game is great. I love this game. You know, the whole anthropomorphic animals, the tableau building, the worker placement, everything just works so good. I imagine this is one that I'm going to be looking for a lot of expansions for, because I really enjoyed the full expansion experience. Next up, we grabbed Machikoro 5th Anniversary Edition. I've played Machikoro previously. Again, like it's a tableau builder. I like these sorts of games. Yeah, it sort of reminds me of Seven Wonders and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what the 5th Anniversary Edition does. It's got some upgrades in here. Chunky dice, plastic coins. I think the copy I played had metal coins, so that's actually a bit of a downgrade. But oversized dice, cool, sure, why not? But yeah, city building, fun game, played it before years ago. figured I'd pick it up for my own collection. Another one I played years ago. It's got to be one of the cutest games. Takenoko. Just, you know, moving that little panda piece around. You know, it's confusing. I remember there was always a rule I forgot when we played this. I can't remember which rule it was. I think it had something to do with the irrigation. Yeah, no, I've played Takenoko before. That is Takenoko. For some reason I was getting it confused with the other one, where you're walking down the path in Japan. What's that? Does that at least start with a T? Can't remember. But yeah, no, this is just a fun card. You know, obviously you've got your little scoring cards in hand, and you're trying to make either tiles or bamboo. Or eat a certain amount of bamboo to score in different ways. I like games that let me score in different ways. So that's that for box 1. Alright, let's get box 2. Gonna have 8,000 meters of plastic again, I'm sure. Now the real struggle with this is like, how long are they going to stay in shrink for? Because I don't like taking my games to games nights, you know? Like, I like taking them to the games nights of the people I know. I don't like taking them to random game events, though. I don't know why that is. Maybe I just don't like people I don't know touching my stuff. Who knows? So same size box, we've got 4 games here and an expansion. So, okay, apparently I have 2 Azules now. Huh. Whoops. It is a different version of Azul. Huh. How did I do that? How have I made that mistake? Oh well, I've got multiple copies of Ticket to Ride. I can have multiple copies of Azul, who cares? So first thing I picked up 7 Wonders Duel Pantheon. I like 7 Wonders Duel. I'm not a huge 2-player board game fan. I find most board games play better with 2, but don't play better with 2. They play better with 4 or 5 people. But there are games that work really well with 2, and you know, I am always, you know, trying to grind away, get my partner into the hobby. She enjoys 7 Wonders Duel, so I figured I would add in this expansion. I know nothing about it, but it was not very expensive. Up next, I assume it's not a good game, but this is one where the IP got me in. I like certain IPs, and this is Fallout. I'm a big fan of Fallout. I've played them all. You know, Fallout for me is borderline add into the tattoos territory. Like, that's how much I like Fallout. You know, it's got some cool little plastic figures in the back. Board looks like you're potentially flipping tiles. Look, I'm not expecting much. I'm not expecting much. But I think if I play this with my group are all video gamers as well, I think on the theme alone we'll be able to have some fun with this one. Then I got to add to my... So, I have Betrayal at House of the Hill. It's just down here. I have... Where is it? Betrayal Legacy. You can't... It's just over there. Betrayal Legacy. Now I also decided to pick up Betrayal at Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is Dungeons and Dragons, right? Yes, Dungeons and Dragons. The Dungeons and Dragons universe does nothing for me. I like Lords of Waterdeep. I have done some tabletop Dungeons and Dragons, which was fine. The campaign sort of fell apart. it got hard to get down there all the time because it was an hour and a half drive, and you know, when you're just sort of like halfway interested in something, it's difficult. I just think there are more compelling tabletop RPGs, but I love the betrayal system. I know it doesn't always work, and sometimes the story is real clunky, and then you've got separate people going separate rooms to read the rule books, and half the time we play this, the bad guy comes back, he's like, Michael, you have to read this. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. And that makes it difficult, but it's just a really fun game. The Betrayal games are great, and I can't wait to get into my Betrayal Legacy and start playing through that. So yeah, Betrayal at Boulders. Then we have Azul. Azul, the stained glass of Sintra. So I have the Pavilion of something. I can't remember the name. I'll have it come up on the screen. The one where you're scoring like flowers, almost. This one has, you know, it's the grid from the first game. So, you know, I've heard that this one feels different every time you play it, whereas the flower one, God, I gotta remember the name. Let's just call it Pavilion. Pavilion sort of plays out the same because it's got those wild tokens, but it's the same order every time. So I think I've heard it's a toss-up between which two of these is better, and now I have them both, so I can figure it out for myself. And last but not least, Pandemic Legacy Season 2. I have Pandemic Legacy Season 1. I currently have one playing it with my partner. I'm going to try and rope her into doing the whole season with me. But, you know, who knows? Who knows if she'll be down for that. I kind of got the feeling after the first game that she wasn't digging it all that much, and when it came time to rip up a card, she flat out refused. And then when I went to her, she was like, no, you don't know, no, just put it in the box somewhere. I'm like, no, it says destroy, we must destroy. So I don't know if Pandemic is really her thing. I'll try and rope her into it, but you know, if she doesn't, I can just continue it with some other people, and then we have Season 2 to go into, and I'll probably pick up Season 0 as well. So what's that? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 games and 1 expansion. So let's say 11 and a half games I picked up these Good Friday sales. Let me know in the comments how many you picked up, and let me know how wrong I am on my first impressions of some of these games. Till next time, catch you later, and I'll see you at the World Series of Gaming.